Okay, I've got a great training lesson for you today. You know, 35 years ago, as some of you know, I was living in a basement apartment, driving a city bus, and I was getting these WIC food stamps to be able to feed my kids because my check wouldn't go far enough. And when somebody told me that I could make $50,000 a year working from a business in my home, that seemed like Donald Trump nosebleed territory. How would somebody spend $50,000 in a year? I mean, we were so broke, and I'm not talking about broke in that I didn't have enough on my credit card. I'm talking about broke, no gas in the gas tank and no food in the refrigerator. So what I'm going to talk to you about is based on how I went from there to $1.5 billion in business later and a multi-million-dollar career. Now, I don't say that in any way to impress you. I say it to impress upon you that what I'm talking about is born from experience. Lots of success, and yes, lots of failures. I'm going to talk to you today about how to earn $7,000 a month, $84,000 a year, with a real simple plan, with an amazing company, Vollara, amazing technologies, and a really good business system that you can follow. You ready to get started? Take your pen and paper out and write some of this stuff down, or just watch the video blog over and over. Number one, $84,000 plan. Okay? What we're going to do, this is you, is we're going to have 4 branch divisions. I'm trying to use terminology kind of like you would use in a traditional business. 4 branch offices. Except in this business, we don't have to go rent a new office, lease a new office, get a sign, hire employees. Instead, we attract 4 new partners into the business. Okay? Now, each of these partners is going to have their own dream. People aren't going to work and be excited and motivated to make you or me $84,000 a year or $7,000 a month. They've got to have their own plan. They've got to have their own dream. They've got to have their own vision, right? So we're going to recruit 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and we're going to help them get a why, get a vision. We find out what their needs are, and we fill those needs with the Vollara business opportunity and these amazing technologies. Now, each one of these partners in this $84,000, $7,000 a month plan is going to go out and they're going to build a team. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a team can be built. Okay, I started with 2 people in that basement apartment, and it grew to first 10 people, and then 50 people, then 100 people, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000. Hey, if this bus driver that dropped out of high school to get married in the 11th grade and was at 24 years old on the verge of bankruptcy and couldn't feed his kids, if I can do it, why can't you? The answer is you can. And you can because you have other people that have gone before you that have already done it, willing to teach you how and to hold your hand and help you how. So we're going to sponsor these 4 individuals, and we're going to help each of them build a small team. Okay? Now let's say team number 1 has 5 or 10 people on it. Do you think that 5 or 10 ambitious, hardworking, part-time, sometime, full-time business partners could attract 5 business partners a month for that whole team? That's a little over 1 a week. So in other words, we're going to recruit 4 partners, and each of these teams, not this individual, but their whole team, is going to attract a little over 1 business partner a week. And that individual is going to come into the business with either a builder pack or an executive builder pack, and they're going to register and get started with a green technology open house. So let's take a look at what this looks like for our $84,000 plan. We now have 4 partners. They're kind of like branch offices. They're each bringing in the whole team a little over 1 partner a week. What's that come out to? Well, if every one of those partners comes in with some sort of a builder pack or more, that's 20,000 in team volume. Okay? Now, let's take a look. Let's bear down here on the bottom. 20,000 in team volume at 17%. You see, as a level 6 leader, you earn up to 35%. But we average it down to 17%, or about half that, because you don't know what people on your team are going to be earning out of that 35%, so you don't know how much is going to be left for you. A real good average is half, or 17%. So 17% of 20,000 team volume is what? That's $3,400 a month that the company sends you in the form of your bonus check. But at this level of the business, they add something else. This is the part I really love. It's a bonus car check. Right now I have a beautiful Hemi Dodge Ram truck. It says Volara on the license plate. The company sends me $600 a month to cover the installment for that. I've had a bonus car since, I guess, 1980. Something in the driveway, right? They've been sports cars and luxury cars and SUVs. But that's a neat part of the plan. Everybody should drive a bonus car. Go down to the dealership today and get a picture of the car to be that's going to be in your driveway. Make it real. Know the color. Know the smell. Know the date you're going to earn it. So we've got $3,400 coming in from your regular check. We got $600 coming in from your bonus car payment. We get $1,000 as a career bonus. And what that is when you build a team like this that's generating these 20 new partners, this 20,000 in team volume, the company pays you an extra spiff, $1,000 a month. I was talking to somebody the other day who said if they could earn $1,000 a month part-time in this business, they would take it to the next level, which would be to work on going full-time. This plan calls for an extra $1,000 a month when you build a group like that. So now we're up to 34, 6, and 1,000. We're up to 5,000 a month. Something else though. Each one of these teams that's bringing in 5 partners a month will typically develop at least 1 new level 5 team leader. Okay? Here's the cool thing. At this level of the business, the company kicks in an extra $500 as a promotion bonus every time a new level 5 spins out of your organization with a promotion. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times $500. That's an extra $2,000 a month. Okay? You're now up to $7,000 a month. That's $84,000 a year. Now there's a couple extras, and that is every time you personally bring in a partner, remember this is your teammates bringing in partners, a little over 1 a week on each of your 4 teams. But every time you personally bring in a partner, the company's going to kick in another $550. Okay? Plus, if you're personally participating in our GTO, Green Technology Open House program, and getting your own builder pack and moving those machines, you earn an extra $400 every single time you personally market a fresh air machine at the retail price. And look at this. If you're doing water GTOs, it's an extra $1,250 every time you buy 4 Living Waters wholesale at the builder pack price and market them through your GTO program at the regular retail price. So besides the $7,000 a month, can you see how being personally active and marketing the product and so forth and so on, bringing people in yourself, really could add to that? Very easily. This could be a $10,000 a month organization and business. Now the question that everybody's going to have, and you should have, is where am I going to get these people? Let's take a look. How do I find partners? Hey, I've been doing this for 3.5 decades. I've never run out of people, ever. I have people all over this week that I have to talk to. I'm always bringing new people into the organization and developing a multiple strategy system that allows you to have kind of like a leaves coming down the stream. There's always more coming, okay? Will make you every single day have somebody to talk to. So here's just 10 examples. I call it 10 ways that you can have a never-ending stream of people. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but warm market, classified ads, warm market letter drop, shows, paid leads, BNI program, cold calling like joining a health club, direct mail, drawing boxes, or magnetic door advertisements. I've taught a strategy for all my years in this industry that you have multiple advertising strategies going on. You pick 2 or 3 or 4, and you specialize in them all year long. And you figure out how many am I going to get from each strategy. See, the key here is that all of these people, no matter how I get somebody into the business plan, the first thing I do every single time is say, what day would you like to launch your business? They say, well, a week from Thursday. Great. Let's hold 2 green technology grand openings. Okay? Maybe we'll do one on Thursday and one on Saturday. We have proven scripts that you follow to get people to come. You launch your business this way. So it doesn't matter if I get somebody from a classified ad, the first thing I do is launch their business with a green technology open house. If I get somebody from BNI, same thing. I have coming up next week, I'm going on a cruise with the company in about 24 hours. Okay? When I get back, I've got a Living Water Green Technology open house scheduled. We'll have 15, 20 people at that event. We'll move a bunch of machines. Remember, $1,250 in profit because we're buying at such an incredibly low price with the Builder Pack program. Well, we're going to recruit some people into the business at that time. So how do you recruit people into the business when you're doing a green technology open house that's focused on technology and products? Let me show you how. I call it the ABC, Automated Business Presentation Center. Okay? And there's 3 easy steps that I use. If somebody comes to a green technology open house and they get excited about the technology, about the product, I'll often ask them, could I show you why I do this and how it works and how fun it is and how profitable it is? It's an easy question to ask, right? And however it happens, we call it the checkout process. We'll get somebody that says, yeah, I'd like to learn more. Can you make money doing this? Does the business really work? Oh yeah, it works. Let's take a peek, I tell them. And I set an appointment with them to go to my Automated Business Presentation Center. I walk them there, okay? And that is right here. We take them over to step number 1, which is www.ecobusiness.com/ and then my website is EcoGreen. You would have your own website. For $39 a month, I get the whole Automated Business Center. And I can send people there, and so I get my own extension, which is EcoGreen. Okay? Then when they get there, they go to the VIP section. It's on the upper right-hand corner. When they go in there, they put in the password, which is listed right here. It's proven. Okay? And what I have them do is I have them go through all 4 of the technology. Remember, at the GTO, I've only usually gone through one technology. So I have them go through all 4 technologies. Then I have them go through the couple of movies that tell them and kind of get them excited about the possibilities of the business. Okay, now that I've set an appointment, I know they went through it on Wednesday at 4 in the afternoon. Then I call them, I tell them, I'm going to call you at about 5:30 after you've gone through it. And then I 3-way them into step number 2, which is one of my business partner, Greg Montoya's closing call. There's a 916 phone number, 916-233-0662. And Greg goes through a really fine presentation that if the person hasn't already purchased retail, they will by the time they get done here. If they've already purchased retail, then I take them to step number 3. And step number 3 is the final step in the ABC Automated Business Presentation Center. I take them to www.cwfhtraining.com newcomp.com. When they go in there, they're going to put in the password capital N, newcomp, N-E-W-C-O-M-P, newcomp. One of my other business partners, John Bender, gives a real fine 45-minute deeper dive overview of the business opportunity. Now, on that presentation, John drives them to either a builder pack or an executive builder pack. Okay? Now, the builder pack is a really great option, $1,349 or $337 a month on the Easy Pay plan that the company offers. But lots of people choose the Executive Builder Pack, which is $3,544, or a little over $800 a month for 4 installments. Okay, which is, I think you'd agree with me, is almost zero compared to the traditional cost of starting a business. Hey, that's today's training tip. Now, let me just encourage you. Get started. Watch this video newscast several times. Get started. The company has an amazing website that teaches the entire GTO process. You know, I know something about getting started and not feeling confident. The first time that I ever gave a business presentation like this up front in a living room in my basement apartment, I didn't know what I was doing very well at all. In fact, I hyperventilated and had to sit down on the end of the couch because I was going to pass out. Okay? The first time I ever spoke in front of a large group, a couple hundred people, I got physically sick backstage before I walked out. I know something about getting started and not feeling prepared. They told me when I first got started I needed to get $1,500 together to get some products in place, to get my office set up, my mini office. Folks, I didn't have gas to get to my bus driving job the next day. Okay? $1,500? It might as well have been $1.5 million. But you know what? I started anyway. I actually started with empty containers on my shelves to make it look good. When I became the CEO of my own company and I had to give my first board of directors meeting, I'd never been a head of a board of directors meetings. I didn't know how to start a board meeting or how to finish a board meeting or what was the right protocol or any of that stuff, but I did it anyway. The first time I stood before the board and they said, how much business are we going to do next year? And how are we going to do it? I didn't know, but I knew how much we did that year, and I said, we will do 5 times that amount. Guess what? To the nearest $100,000, we grew 5 times to $25 million, and then 4 times to $100 million. My point is this. There's goal lights in life. Some people call them stoplights, and they don't ever leave until everything is green. That never happens. I see every light as a goal light, and I want you to have the best that this company called Vollara has to offer. And so let's get started together. Come on back and check for my next video feed. I'm going to keep giving you lots of exciting tips on how to succeed with this great company. Until then,